Hello everybody, it's Friday afternoon and you're with Bob. Toronto, Ontario, Canada, right? We're going to be talking about the movies I watched this week. So I go from Fridays, which I haven't watched the movie today yet, but I might watch one later. So I go from Friday, right, until Thursday that I watch movies, and I talk about them on Friday. That's how I do mine. Right, so that's it. 7 days between Friday to Thursday. Is that right? Yeah, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Thursday, yeah. So this is Friday, and this is when I talk about the movies. And the first, well, doesn't matter what I watched first, but I watched Executive's Decision, 1996, with Kurt Russell and some of the other guys, but I don't want to name a whole bunch of people. Makes the videos too long. It's regarding an airplane. Terrorists, right, get on this, hijack this airplane, right? And the terrorists have a bomb on board. Yeah. How do they get a bomb on board? How do they get these guns that are hidden away in places and all this stuff? It's, I guess, 1996, and I guess you could do that back then. You know. Don't ask me. Sometimes you gotta, like you said, some movies you gotta check your hat or your brain at the checkout counter. Anyway, they have to find a way of getting in the plane. Of course they do. They get a plane. What is the stealth plane? It's invisible, hook up to the big plane, right? And these commandos go up inside the plane. So does Kurt Russell. So yeah, it was all right. It was, I'd seen it before a long time ago. But it was pretty interesting. So I gave that a 7 out of 10. It's not a bad movie, but it's all right. You can watch it. Okay. It's right here. Right there, see? Executives. Decision. And the other one I watched was Unlawful Entry. Kurt Russell, Ray Liotta, and Madeline Stowe. S-T-O-W-E, I think that's her name, Madeline Stowe. Yeah, Kurt Russell and his wife, Madeline Stowe, are in a house, nice fancy house. And a burglar gets in their house, right, and stuff like that. Things happen, so the cops show up. One of them's Ray Liotta, right? And he, puts the eye on Kurt Russell's wife. So then next thing you know, Ray Liotta, the cop he is, gets in there and he puts this, tells Russell, right, they're going to put a alarm system in his house, and it's all good. But then Ray Liotta's character starts getting a little nutty. Yeah, he's starting to look at Russell's wife a little bit on the weird side. Yeah, so Ray Liotta, he's been in a lot of movies too, right? So starts acting a little weird. Things start going a little haywire. So yeah, it's all right to watch too. 1992, I gave it a 7 out of 10. And what did I give Executive Decision? Well, I gave that a 7 out of 10, just in case I missed it. Another movie I watched was Mildred Pierce, 1945. I watched that on TCM. I gave that an 8 out of 10. Stars Joan Crawford, Ann Blyth, and Jack Carson, right? Now, Mildred Pierce, she wants to give her daughter everything. It's all for her daughter, right? So, of course, there's always more to the movies than what I say, of course. This is just a little middle diagram of what the movies are about that I'm telling you about, right? What I'm saying. So anyway, Mildred Pierce, 1945. I've seen it on TCM. I gave it an 8 out of 10. Yeah, it's pretty good. So Joan Crawford's character, Mildred Pierce, right, wants to give her daughter everything. So Mildred Pierce ends up owning 4 or 5 restaurants, and they're all hits, and she's making lots of money and all this stuff, right? And her daughter's a spoiled little bitch, right? Yeah, daughter spirit, spoiled. But the next thing you know, Mildred Pierce finds out that her and her daughter are in love with the same man. Now, we can't be doing that shit, right? So, anyway, gets an 8 out of 10. Now, I don't know if this is a film noir or not. I don't think it is. For some reason, I don't think it is. All right, the next movie I watched was Soldier. 1988. Soldier, right here. 1988 Soldier. Kurt Russell. Kurt Russell has been brought up as a baby, from 3 months old to be a soldier. Trained every such way to be a soldier, along with all his other friends, 20 of them, from being born to being a soldier. Anyway, one day they become obsolete. They are no longer needed because these other soldiers came in and took their place, right? So Kurt Russell's character gets dumped on a planet, right, with the garbage. So he meets up with some people that crash landed on the planet years before, and they're talking, chatting and stuff. Next thing you know, the planet's being invaded by these, other people, other soldiers. They want to go there, right? And anyway, things begin to happen. Bombs start going up, machine guns, torpedoes, all kinds of things. And Kurt Russell has to turn around and protect the people that he knows is there. So another movie, I can't really go into it too much to tell you about it, but this one gets a 6. It's all right. It's one, but it's like, it's a 6, okay? So it's okay, but And the other one I watched was Tequila Sunrise, which is right down here. Tequila Sunrise, 1988. Mel Gibson, Michelle Pfeiffer, and Kurt Russell, right? Kurt Russell's a cop, a big shot cop. Dresses real nice, has nice ties. Mel Gibson, he's a retired drug dealer, or so he says. Is he retired? Is he not retired? And Michelle Pfeiffer owns this restaurant, really nice restaurant. Everybody goes there to eat, right? So Mel Gibson's there, and Kurt Russell's there, and Michelle Pfeiffer's there, right? So Kurt Russell and Mel Gibson know each other, right? They know each other, but there's a drug deal going down. Somebody's in town to pick up the coke, the cocaine. There's something going on. So Kurt Russell's keeping his eye on Mel Gibson's character. Anyway, that's another 6. It's all right. Well, 6 out of 10. You won't be watching it anytime soon. Probably not for another few years. Anyway, that's 4 in 1. 4 films in 1. One of those $10 ones from Amazon. But I never paid $10 for it. I can't remember how much I paid for it. But it wasn't $10. Could have been $1.50. All right, what else did I watch? Oh, TCM. How to stuff a wild bikini. Yeah. Hey, Mike, you out there, buddy? How to stuff a wild bikini. Now, we talked earlier about the downtown show here in Toronto, up Yonge Street, Yonge and Dundas. So I saw that there. I saw How to Stuff a Wild Bikini in 1965 when I was 14 years old. But even, I remember that I seen this, right? But I would remember also, you can remember certain things just for some reason, I don't know why. But I remember being a little disappointed in this movie. And the reason is, there was hardly any Frankie. And there was hardly any, Annette. She was in it, but everybody else is wearing bikinis and whatever, and Annette's walking around with a sweater on and shorts on and long blouses, and Frankie's over in the other part of the world, in the army or the reserves or something. So you seen him for like 5 minutes. You seen Annette for a little bit longer, but she was fully dressed, and the reason was she was pregnant and she was having her first child. Now, nobody told me that in 1965, because, I was only 14. But I give this one a 4 out of 10. Yeah, there was 2 good things about this movie, right? And they weren't Annette or Frankie. They were Mickey Rooney and Buster Keaton. Anyway, how to stuff a wild bikini. 1965 gets a 4 out of 10. All right. And then I watched Them. About giant ants. Yes, Edmund Gwenn and Joan Weldon and James Arnaz and James Whitmore. Yes, that's a good one. What'd I give that? An 8 or a 9? Something like that. And All About Eve, Best Picture, I watched. That's another 9, 8 or 9. Betty Davis, Ann Baxter. Oh, that's right. And I said the same thing earlier in my other video. Where'd Thelma Ritter go? I don't know. All right. What else did I watch? I guess I didn't watch too many this week. Yeah, Them. All About Eve. All right, Roberta, 1935 on TCM. It stars Irene Dunne. Now, in this movie, Irene Dunne sings a great version of Smoke Gets in Your Eyes. Yeah, it's 1935. Irene Dunne singing Smoke Gets in Your Eyes. And you get Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers doing the dance. Then that's okay. It's a radio picture, later to become RKO. But this one gets a 6. Fred Astaire and his band, right, Indians or something, Indian something, go over to France, and the guy that hired them thought he was getting Indians. Like Indians, you know, like Indians. Anyway, these are a band called the Indians or something. So anyway, the next thing you know, Fred Astaire's band is working in a place called Roberta. Now Roberta is a store, an old lady, right, that runs the store, right, and they sell dresses, right, so Randolph Scott's character is, excuse me, is her nephew. So Roberta, yeah, nephew. But the old lady dies, right? So Randolph Scott has to take over. Why am I always coughing every time I make a video? It's a 6. Some nice dancing in it, some nice music. But the best thing about this movie wasn't Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers. They came in second, even though they did nice dancing, and I like it. I like that old shit. But Irene Dunne, Smoke Gets in Your Eyes. Now there, if you haven't seen this movie, watch it just because of Irene Dunne doing that song. All right, and the other one was Three Smart Girls. Three daughters of this lady, right at the beginning of the movie. She's over in Switzerland. She's got 3 daughters. I don't know how old they are, 12, 16, 18. I can't tell how old they are. But this says fly, but they don't fly to the USA. They take a ship, a boat, you know, a cruise thing or whatever, and they end up, how long that takes to get from Switzerland to the USA, I have no idea. But back then in 1936. But they end up being in the USA, and they end up trying to go rescue their father from being married to a gold digger, right? And their mother's crying, and their mother starts crying, and the girls get all upset, and then the little girl says, "Oh, we're going to go to the States, and we're going to save Dad, and we're going to get Mom and Dad back together again." They've been separated for 10 years. Right, and now all of a sudden they're going to get back, the girls are getting them back together again. And I'm sitting there going, yeah, right. Anyway, that's what I said when I first started watching the movie. So yeah, it's a gold digger. So, what's her name? Diana or Deanna? Jeez. Durbin? Yeah, 2 girls. I mean, MGM. Another girl was Judy Garland. So they couldn't keep both of them, right? So they had to let one go. So one was left out in the open. Let her go. So, yeah, Universal picked up Deanna Durbin. She could sing. This girl could sing, man. She had a voice on her, like, woo. She could sing the high notes. She could really get up there. Yeah, boy. And Judy Garland stayed with MGM and Universal Studios picked up Deanna Durbin, and she saved Universal Studios from going bankrupt. Can you believe that? Everybody loved this movie. 2 or 3 years later, they made another three smart girls movie. Was it 3 years later? I forgot what it was called now. But they made another movie, three daughters, three smart girls, or something like that. Same people in it, same girl. I think it was the same girls. But yeah, they made another movie. This movie gets a 6 out of 10. It's all right, but it's a little far-fetched. You know what I mean? You know. But a lot of movies, RKO movies, old movies, you know, that's what they were, right? A little far-fetched. People loved that shit in 1936, right? 1936, you're getting the Germans and the Nazis, and things aren't looking too good over there, and all this stuff, right? So you had to have a good time movie, something to make you laugh and giggle and be happy. So this is one of those movies. Everybody liked this movie back in 1936. So yeah, but I gave it a 6 out of 10. It's all right. I wouldn't be in any hurry to watch it again, but like I said, it's all right. So people, that's it from Bob here in Canada, Toronto, Ontario, Canada. I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you want to send me any money, get in touch with my agent, and I'll see what I can do. All right? There you go. So enjoy the week. Stay safe. Love your mom. Love your brothers. Love your family. Love everybody. All right, talk to you next week. And keep watching those movies.